Hello everyone and welcome to the beast feeding. Today we are going to go ahead and start building this bee barn, and having this beautiful shovel of the earth mover is going to make this process far easier for us than it normally would be. Now let's just move our balsa and yellow moranti saplings out of the way here and get this rough shape going. Okay, so I'm really excited to get working on the bee barn here because, wow, this thing will just like take out an area no problem. Because now that we can produce alvearies, it's going to start becoming really easy for us to start producing all the other things we want and need for our bees and bee production. So we're just going to want to bring this out a lot farther, and I will go ahead and build out this base and bring you guys back when it's done. So here we are with our beautiful build, and now we have our wonderful reddish mahogany planks that we can go ahead and start filling in this barn's frame we've set up with. Oh, come on. Go into the, there we go. Alright. So, we'll just go ahead and fill this in here, and we should have a barn looking thing in very, very short order. Isn't that right, Mr. Sheepy Weepy? Sheepy Weepy, the contractor, approves of this construction out of mahogany and white. Yep, white mahogany. Thank you, Mr. Construction Sheep. Now, I'm just going to continue placing blocks all boring-like. Oddly enough, I think my build style is oddly unique. Most people I know who really are into building just build things as is, like from the start, but I feel like I'm a paint the canvas black type of guy. Like, in the Renaissance, people decided to start painting the canvas black before they started painting on it, so that way they would only add light where they wanted it. So basically they'd start with darkness like real life, and I feel like I do something similar to that in Minecraft, where instead of starting with nothing and adding detail while there's still nothing there, I give myself what you could call a black canvas, I guess. I go ahead and go through and I give myself a shape with flat walls to work off of, and then I stand back and I go, okay, where on the structure do I visually want to draw people's eyes? Where does it need holy fudge cakes? Where does it need detail and such? Now the question is, nope, yep, this will break wood normally. I was afraid it was going to do the axe of the stream crazy thing and break down the whole wall. But see, I start with these big boring walls, and you're going to be like, that's a big boring wall, but that's the point. I mean, now that I have a big boring wall, I can look at it and go, okay, where does this big boring wall need to not look big and boring? Where can I add more nice looking things to it? So I don't know. Maybe that's not how you build, but that's always how I've done it, and I feel like it works really well for me. I mean, you guys seem to like my builds. I know they're not the greatest in the world, but hey, at least they're not like cobble monstrosities. In some cases, I mean, some things I do might still be cobble monstrosities, but I'll understand if you don't love my buildings. Just love me. Anyway, I want to get back to building, and, yes. Axe of the stream, away. Alright, now that I have painted my Barnsey canvas black, I now need to find the middle and make those kind of iconic large doors that barns tend to have. So if I just come in to the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, that's going to be the middle right there, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there we go. That way doesn't look right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, 9. 9 is where I needed to be in the center, because it's... Wait, what? No, it's 15. Yeah, well, it worked out. I don't know. Apparently I did counting wrong. Okay, so we want these nice big doors in the center, and I kind of want to... there's several styles of barn doors you can go for. And I kind of want to... I mean, there's like the big doors with the white X's across them because all your X's go to Texas, but I really don't think I'm going to be able to replicate that type of door just because of the Minecraft resolution limit, as in like there's 1 block per meter, which means you get 1 color per meter. Speaking of which, I need to get myself some balsa wood to start playing with. So let's go ahead and start getting kind of a door shape in here. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't look centered for some reason, but it is. So that's fine. Okay. So we'll go ahead and come out and get this door shape in. And we'll come out 1 extra layer so we can fill it in with balsa wood to start getting those white tones that farms enjoy having. Farms are like bloody milk, you know? There's that nice deep red that satisfies your vampire-y hungers, and then there's the sweet milk that you enjoy sometimes as a treat when you're in kind of a kitty cat mood. I have no idea what I'm saying right now. Okay, so that is the beginnings of a barn door, and it is also the beginnings of a night filled with deadly things. So let's go sleep. So I want to try to make this look like something I opened up. So let's go ahead and try that. Let's go ahead and try to add in the feeling that this is actually a door that can be opened. Alright, like that. And like this. And then kinda right in here, I'll go ahead and add some white wood just to give it kind of a centerpiece type thing. Alright. You know, and just kind of create the feeling that this is something that's opened up, that you can walk into. It's not always open. Now, another way that would be good to convey that feeling is if this was dirt instead of grass, so you know you could see that the doors had worn this down, swinging open and closed. But sadly, due to the way grass spreads, I don't think there's any way for me to do that. If I just type in like dirt or mud, perhaps soil. I know there's like some hummus and stuff that might be good. I don't know. We'll have to look into ways we could convey the feeling that these are doors that open frequently. But for right now, I think that's good. Now, we have the white trim on the sides, but we don't have the white trim around, say, the bottom here. So what I think my next step should be is to get a bit of balsa stairs and go ahead and, you know what, I don't even have a crafting table, so we'll just make a crafting table with some of this mahogany. And we'll go ahead and make some balsa stairs to throw around the bottom. Also, not having 1.5 crafting is a pain in the patootie. Just saying. Alright, there we go. And let's start on doing that shindig we were just talking about. Alright, so using stairs definitely helped give us some 3-dimensional feel to this, and I went ahead and used some of the extra stairs I had to build these little holding things around the bottom for our balsa wood pillars, which I think helped out tremendously. Now, a thing to remember about the current version of forestry that is installed is that I cannot put stairs upside down. So we're going to have to get a little creative when it comes to windows and such. But I think we should be able to do it without too much issue. Alright, let's start planning out where we actually want these windows. Let's see here. I'm not certain we actually want one right here on this face, so I might leave that alone for now and just come up here to an area where I know we're going to want some windowage. Now, windows on farms are not that big, so we'll come up here, and they're probably going to be like little 2x2 things like this. Go about every other or so. Although I don't think every other is going to work out because we have a odd number here and we were trying to put an even number into it. Oh wait, did that work out? That did work out. Okay, perfect. I'm not actually sure why that worked out. Oh, because... Alright, yeah, no, it works out. Yep, alright, that's perfect. And theoretically now we just need some glass to put in those and make them windows. Now, on the barn pictures I've looked at, normally the windows are surrounded by the nice milky white to help offset the crimson red to make sure too many vampires are not summoned to their village at the night. However, I feel like surrounding them with white would create too much whiteness. So what I'm thinking is perhaps just putting steps like over the windows like this. Alright, that's working, but I don't feel like that's enough. Maybe if I additionally put... wait, how do I make I looked up how to make balsa fences earlier. Balsa... there it is. Balsa fence? What is the... oh, okay. That is how you make a balsa fence. Perfect. Alright. So maybe if in addition to this, I put in... like balsa wood fences, maybe that will create the feel I want. Let me play with this a little bit here. So I think I have found out how I want to do it by using a mixture of fences and half slabs. We can mix in the white color with the red color without completely being overpowered by one or the other. So now I just have to finish off what I'm doing here, and I think we will have some really nice looking windows after I go grab glass and clean out my inventory a little bit, because I didn't realize what a mess it was before I started this project. So yes, activate cut. Alright, so I'm trying to work on the roof now, a little bit tricky. I noticed that on most of them they seem to be flat on the sides and then go up faster towards the top, so I tried to replicate that in Minecraft as best I could. I mean, I guess it turned out okay. Not the best looking thing in the world, especially because of the fact that, well, I don't have upside down stairs, so I had to use some like half slabs to try to connect things and stuff. I mean, you don't realize how nice something like upside down stairs are until you don't have upside down stairs to build with. So we'll do our best to try to make this thing look as decently as possible. Now, how did I do this again? Alright. So I went down by 1 here. Alright, so it's down by 1, basically. So we'll just come up here and replicate such things. It's down... oopsie daisies. Break that block really quickly. It's down and out by 1. Now I can break this and use a half slab to connect it to the next block. And then we need this guy here connected to another guy. And I think I actually messed this up on the other side. I'll figure that out in just a moment. Alright, so without upside down stairs, it does look a little off, but not terribly so. Hopefully when I get around to updating the pack of modding for Feed the Beast, I will be able to, you know, revisit this, add some upside down stairs, and make it a little nicer. But I think for now, what we have going is good enough. I mean, it doesn't look absolutely atrocious, and when something doesn't look absolutely atrocious, you know you're at least doing not everything wrong. Maybe not things right, but at least they're not wrong. I mean, at least they're like mediocre, okay, to possibly getting there-ish. Alright, so I think the next major... I'm not sure, but ever since I've made all these tools, I always keep them on me at all times, even the hoe. And sometimes I wonder why I do it, and then that one moment I need a hoe, I'm like, and this is why I keep all these tools on me. Alright, so I'd like to add in some dividing blocks here to help kind of break it up a little bit. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is add a balsa support beam in the center here. Hello? There we go. So there's a balsa support beam, and the forestry wood for some reason places... Oh, wait a sec. Whoopsies. I forgot about the axe of the streamness. Have to remember that for the future, kids. Alright, so there's a balsa support beam, and let me just jump down here and try to see where I'd want the cross section. This cross section would probably go right about there. So let's go try to put that in, along with a window or two. Alright, we have a beautiful facade done on our barn, and it is glorious and shall reign upon the nations for days to come. And I think that's where we're going to stop there for this episode. I'm going to build the back side of the barn and probably do a little detailing work on the sides, and then we can get to the good innards of the barn, start putting in some lungs, a few kidneys, and some other vital organs that we're going to need to help us run this beautiful, beautiful bee barn. I thank you guys all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Doodles!